Hey guys, welcome back to How to Escape. This is Reinstall here. Thanks for joining us on our last video on removing the weather stripping and putting in the OEM roof rails. Now today is going to be a how-to on installing your engine air filter. Basic maintenance item, and it's not too hard. So you're going to be using the 8mm socket and a Phillips head screwdriver. So let's get started. Alright, so we have the hood open and we're looking at the air box, which is this item right here. Your air filter is the circular face right here. Now, to remove the cover of the air box, you're going to need to take off a Phillips head screw right here, and then 1, 2, down here it's kind of hard to see, and then 3 8mm sockets. So let's get started doing that. 3 8mm sockets. Now we're going to go with our Phillips drum. There we go. Now that we've lifted off our airbox cover, we now have our old engine air filter visible. So we're going to lift it out. So when looking back over the old air filter that I'm taking out, I want you to take note of this little notch here that's on this face. When installing the air filter, if your replacement filter has this notch, you want that notch to go right down here in this little cutaway. So not all of them have it though. This is typically the Ford Motorcraft recommended air filters or the name brand drop-in replacements. I have a MicroGuard filter from O'Reilly Auto Parts here. Still a very good filter. Not too fancy, but it doesn't have that notch. So I can pretty much put this one in any orientation that I want. Alright, so now we're going to install the MicroGuard filter. Now you want this rubber gasket here to go around the air intake and under this lip right here. And you want this rim on the filter to slide into this slot that goes all the way around here. Alright, well now that we have the new filter in, I'm just going to put the lid back in the airbox. So we're going to line it up. Now that we have everything properly aligned, we're going to put our screws back in. Now there's still, I left the screw in this back one here because it's hard to get to, and so I left it in the slot. So we're going to go the 8mm socket. To over tighten them. That's it for our 8mm screws. Now we just have our Phillips left. So there you have it. It's not a very complicated process. The trickiest parts are getting the rim of that filter lined up, and again, if you have that notch, similar to my old filter here, if you have this notch, make sure that it's oriented at the base of the airbox where that little cutaway is, and then that the base of the airbox and the lid fit around the rim of this end of the air filter. Yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. Join us next time. We're going to be taking apart the back hatch and running wires all the way up to the front. So I'm going to show you how to wire a backup camera into your My Ford Touch head unit. Thanks a lot for watching How to Escape. Have a good night.